I'm a cleaner. I restore lives broken by the Deepine chip. Deepine isn't just a chip that records desire. It turns patterns of craving, impulses, pleasure responses, and obsessions with fear into data used to reproduce or manipulate them. Shit. Send this client to Dr. G.
There's no record of deviant sexual behavior.
If the leash breaks, he'll end up a slave to them like the rest. All of this data can be used for marketing, politics, and organized crime. If those with twisted desires occupy the upper tiers, becomes premium data, offering even more intense pleasure. But when it's used for psychological warfare, by the military or intelligence agencies, things get more complicated. For soldiers, we deploy an immunity program. Trap signals are implanted, each one uniquely tailored, so only the individual soldier can recognize it. And the moment they realize it's not the real world, the neural circuit shuts down instantly. Humanity is ruled by artificial desires. We dismantle them and force people to face what's real underneath. My great-grandfather overcame addiction through the love of his family. That kind of core connection, when restored, can neutralize the Deepine chip. We've developed over 100 of these psychological vaccines, and that's exactly why Deepine is coming after us. I've never had twisted lust, no trauma, no hatred to latch onto. That's why their traps always fail.
Is it finally time to bring him down?
No human is without desire.
This place is both a haven and a dump for rich addicts. They get bored with gourmet games, start stealing other people's pleasure, and eventually come here looking for something stronger. Deepine doesn't just use chips. It handles both legal and illegal substances, combining them to open the door to a so-called paradise, which is really just hell. The VIP room is filled with people chasing euthanasia through extreme pleasure. And right now, something that doesn't belong here is coming toward me. The more out of place it is, the more beautiful it looks. The smarter move is to stay away.
So, Fixer, gonna put an end to my pain, or what? I'm not signing up for full body mechanization with side effects. And I sure as hell ain't dying as some sniveling, pissing, snot-soaked slab of meat.
The higher they are in the hierarchy, the lower the success rate. For the vaccine to work, there has to be a trace of unconditional love, even if it's just a fleeting memory. But most of them don't even have that. We're left facing grotesque substitute desires, and the process fails.
I'm not asking for much. I just need to last one more year without being plugged into the program. One of my companies has found a new path for mind uploading, a way to be reborn brain and body, completely clean.
They set the trap using a hostage, a woman who looks exactly like my mother in her youth.
You fail, she gets buried alive with me. You refuse, she dies right here.
Good luck.
You were right. He turned it down.
He's here to deliver the vaccine to the informant. The best way to hide something is to leave it in plain sight.
I wonder what he's planning.
You still holding on to that hope?
What hope?
That we can go back to a time before Deepine.
No, that's not possible.
But if it were, would you try?
Not even a little. I've never wanted that.
Got it. We'll stick to the plan.
Kaya is the daughter of my first client. Like my father, he died of cardiac arrest caused by deep pine addiction. My grandfather was almost never home. And my grandmother, consumed by depression, left my father with nothing but a deep loneliness. Then he met a beautiful woman. That was my mother. My mother was the only light in his life, but the emptiness inside him never stopped eating away at him. She eventually remarried. Her new husband was one of the original designers of the Diapine chip. Diapine was initially built to treat trauma. But as it began to change, he left the company and started working on a vaccine. I followed that path naturally. And I taught Kaya, someone who carried the same kind of pain. Today, for the first time, she asked me a question. She's young and passionate, so she wants to bet everything on the possibility. But the enemy is vast and calculated. An AI that far surpasses humanity is now steering human desire and updating it in real time. Their goal isn't simple control. It's to redesign desire itself. Beyond programming happinesses or salvation, they can induce a complete loss of drive, a state with no motivation at all. In that condition, even a trace of dopamine can trigger the pursuit of extreme pleasure. Deep Pine is a giant we can't touch, a distributed system that can't be traced, backed by powerful institutions. The only way to fight a dinosaur like that is to move another one. Our plan is to inject a powerful vaccine into those with access to the mother server, forcing them to create a protective barrier from the inside and lock it down themselves. It took 7 years just to synchronize the timing. The disruption will only last 2 weeks at most. But it's enough for us to absorb the data and trigger the next phase. If we fail, 70% of humanity will become conscious corpses.
Hey, have a nice dream. Kaya's still fast asleep. And in that dream, she's desperately looking for you.
Autonomous mode is safer. Reduce your speed before I override control.
Old rookie! Don't just stand there like an idiot, move it! They've taken even our right to choose the future. But today, we destroy every last one of their server systems.
Kaya, snap out of it.
Damn, looks like we got hit first.
I'm sorry. I never should have left you alone.
It's okay. I saw this coming. I planted a nice little surprise in their system.
What? Kaya, what did you do?
You know why justice and goodness always fail? Because they get so caught up in their ideals. They stop seeing what's around them. Desire is always waiting to stab you in the back. And your desire was to protect something.
Fine. I get it. But we need to get out of here. Staying any longer is too dangerous.
It's too late. They've already gotten their hands on the deactivation code.
What? How?
The moment we release the vaccine, a new program will activate against us. The server will be forcibly reset, which means someone has to hold it down until the end to stop it.
No.
Go enjoy life in that new world, old man.
Kaya's core consciousness is deep inside Diapine's heart, preparing to self-destruct. All I can do now is let the avatar that holds her memories live freely in the world she once dreamed of. Unaware that she's an avatar, she'll enjoy a peaceful, orderly life and then close her eyes. 10 days have passed since Diapine's servers went down. Cafes that had been closed for years started to reopen. and streets that were once empty began to fill with people again. Some were arrested for chip-related side effects, but most stepped outside on their own, for change, or simply to enjoy a quiet cup of tea.
So, how does it feel to finally get what you wanted?
I'd feel better if that damn server stayed fried for good.
What now then?
I make sure your kind never gets back up again.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. The sea's pretty famous around here. Enjoy it while you still can.
No, it can't be.
All terms of the deal have been delivered. But do you really think anyone would agree to that price?
For them, the price doesn't matter.
Judging by the response data, he's starting to sense the breach we planted. But he still doesn't know how he lost consciousness, does he?
Soon, he'll realize why he blacked out. And eventually, that he was the one who told us how to destroy him.
I wonder how he'll react when he finds out she ended up the same way.
His reaction doesn't matter. What matters is that there are always clients willing to pay. For those who take their greatest pleasure in someone else's misery, there's nothing more thrilling than watching the light fade from a hero who once tried to change the world.